Here we go.
No going back.
First big step of faith.
So,
Franklin's here.
yeah, we've got...
Coming with a big life update.
Yeah, kind of vague, but kind of big. So today, Sarah, what'd you do?
Today I resigned from teaching.
She quit her job?
I quit my job. Yeah, still really surreal. Still really crazy to like back up, I guess, go back to the beginning.
No.
As probably everybody who knows, also if you're wondering where our son is, he's taking a nap and we're going to pray that he stays asleep the whole time we are trying to make this video. But back up to the very beginning of everything. If you know us, you know that our heart is to be missionaries. It's always been that way. 9 years ago, almost to this day, when we met, 9 years ago in July, I went on my first mission trip to Nicaragua. Nathan, that was your second mission trip. I was 15? 16.
16.
And you were 15. And on that trip, the Lord told me I was going to be a missionary. He told me I was called to be a missionary and to work with children, and that it was going to be a lifetime thing almost 9 years ago, which is like basically 10 years ago, which is crazy. And so ever since then, we've both just kind of like independently followed that call of God in our lives. Went on trips, you know, apart from each other, did internships. Nathan lived over there as a MAPS worker, and we just kind of have been serving when we can, where we can, however we can, knowing that like this was a lifetime thing for us. And then, you know, we started dating, then we got married, and it was like still a dream for us. And we knew it was like a family calling, a family dream. But it just wasn't the time to pursue that. Last year, we led a mission trip to El Salvador together. It was a team of family and friends. It was an amazing trip. And when we got back, we just felt this like stirring in our hearts of like, why aren't we there?
We gotta go.
Yeah, we got to go. And so we actually started the application process last year to be missionary associates in El Salvador. And we were almost finished applying, and then we found out we were having a baby. Very happy surprise for us. And so we had a missionary friend speak to us, and the Lord spoke through her, and basically we felt peace about pausing the process and waiting. And so we stopped pursuing that. We put it on pause, on file, and knowing that one day we would come back to it, we just didn't know it would be now.
Yeah.
Feels soon, but it also feels like it's been many years that we waited and we prayed and waited and prayed and waited and prayed. Yeah. So Nathan got ordained. Can I wake up again? Nathan got ordained. This is so hard to do with a baby. A baby who doesn't like to be alone. Hold that thought.
Maybe where should we start?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This is real life, y'all. This is just how it is. Okay. Well, this is Judah. He should be napping, so we'll see if he goes back to sleep.
So anyways, we figured now's as good a time as any. And not just that, but the Lord has been stirring our hearts. And it really all started on Monday.
Yeah.
My ordination service. We just felt something shifted that night. And then the whole week we've been like in agony because we're like, what's going on? What's going on?
We knew that a change was coming in our family.
Yeah.
But we just didn't really know what it would be. Like there was a lot of things that we were wanting and desiring and praying about, but we didn't know like what that was going to look like. At the end of the last school year, I felt like there was this like finality about it. Like there was something about me thinking like this is the end of like my teaching career after just 2 years. But we didn't know like how we would financially swing that, you know. And I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I really didn't want to leave Judah at a daycare or even, you know, just to be watched by someone else every single day. Like I wanted to be with him and I want to raise him. And so that was something that, you know, has been really heavy on our hearts, is just me getting to raise our children directly, you know, and anyways, and so we didn't really know what that meant, but we knew that something was happening. But for the first time in my life, I could not see what the next step was. Every time something has changed in my life, I've been able to at least see like the step in front of me. But this is the first time where I told Nathan, like, I feel really lost. Like, I can't see. I literally told him that. I texted him while he was at work, and I said, I feel so lost right now because I can't see what the next step is, but like, I know something's happening, and it really scared me a lot.
And we've always known that this is mission field is what we're supposed to do, and that's our life calling.
Yeah.
And so our options were, we jokingly said, you know, either I can get a new job and try to find something that's double the pay, or you can go back to work, or we can go to the mission field, like just as a joke. And then
funny joke.
On Saturday, we went out on a date, our first date without him, and just as we were talking, the conversation just lended itself to both of us realizing that this is what we're supposed to be doing, that there's nothing else that can fulfill us, that there's nothing that can hold us back from what God has called us to. And so I guess our big announcement is that, obviously, other than Sarah quitting her job, we are going to now pursue missions full time.
Yeah.
And we're going to restart our application.
We have restarted it.
We have restarted our application, and we're back in the saddle, and hopefully soon we'll be approved and fundraising and on the field in no time. And so
it's so crazy how it all happened. Like, we knew, like, when we were sitting there at the restaurant talking about just the future and like the future, and then it was like, I think the future's right now. Like, the future's now. Like, this is happening. This is reality. And we just really feel so strongly that the Lord is stirring that in us to go. And ever since Nathan got ordained on last Monday, I keep like hearing these words on repeat in my head. The nations are waiting over and over and over and over. And, you know, we even asked the Lord after our date on Saturday, you know, we were like, God, we really need a word from you. Like, we really need to hear your voice, because this is like a really big step, not just pursuing the mission field, but like me resigning from my full-time career is a really big thing. And so we really need to hear your voice. And we went to church on Sunday, and I mean, everything,
the whole message was a confirmation. Every single
part of it.
The prophetic word given was a confirmation.
Yeah, it was just what the Lord was like. What more do you need? You know,
we just kept looking at each other, going, no, it's for us.
Yeah. So the biggest part was, I mean, besides pursuing missions again, is me quitting my job is a big leap of faith for us. And Nathan kind of just like flippantly said it, like, you know, maybe you should resign, and maybe, you know, as like an act of faith to just trust the Lord. And we were kind of like, but then we really started feeling in our spirit that was like the right step. Like, the next step that was blurry now was not blurry, and like that was the next step. And the first really big step for us in this journey. And so we did that. I did that today, which is so surreal. And but it's so crazy because it's so scary, but it feels so right, and we know that it's right, and we know that it's God, and we're not just like chasing a feeling, but we are really just chasing after God's voice. So that's kind of where we're at, and we want to pull you in the middle of that with us. It's a very crazy time. We feel crazy. We just lost our second stream of income, and so we really are just fully relying on the grace of God, and that's just where we're at. Like, we don't know where we're gonna live after our lease is over. We don't know how we're even gonna afford to live like this, but we just know that God will take care of us.
Yeah.
So
we ask for your prayers and provision and just everyday needs, and God taking care of us. We ask for your prayer and confirmation and direction. We have an idea of where we want to go and who we want to work with, but obviously nothing's final. You know, we're still in the application process, so just that all the paperwork will go through, and that God will lead us where we're supposed to be. Yeah. And then our other big thing is we still both have student loans, and as of this recording, the student loan forgiveness hasn't gone through yet, and so that's kind of a big burden. We don't want to burden our supporters with our monthly payments, and so just pray with us that those will get paid off by the end of this year, so that we don't have to worry about that when we're making our budget. So yeah, be looking out for more updates soon. Hopefully we can give more updates soon and be approved by the end of the summer, and get you prayer cards and t-shirts. And
we're so excited.
If you're a pastor, we'd love to come speak in your congregation this fall. But yeah, we're just praying for God's provision and direction. Ideally, if everything goes perfectly. Sorry about our dog in the background. Anybody want her, by the way? We can't take her with us. Yeah, we also are looking for somewhere to rehome our dog.
She's lots of fun.
But if everything goes according to plan, which
we don't have a plan, but it's fine. It's a big deal.
But yeah, pray for us. We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. We'll let you know when all the updates happen.
He did not go back to sleep.
He did not. So this is the smallest member of our family. He's going to get to have a crazy, crazy life.
Yep. All right.
Well, thanks for watching.
We're about to send her off to talk to her principal so that she can
resign
and cancel her contract.
Yep.